everybody, my name is Jennifer. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I haven't posted in a few months. It's been, I think I did a June wrap up. And so there's some books that I have read here. I haven't been reading as much because I started a new job. Had a lot going on. First of all, I started a new job, so I barely could read anymore. I've been listening to audiobooks to and from work when I can, and she doesn't nap anymore, so I try to read physically a little bit, but I only get maybe like 10 pages in. Very rarely. Claire, really? Hey you! And then I haven't announced anything like this on the channel. I found out the day before I started work that I was pregnant, and then to do, I guess, like a fast summary, not go too much into crazy detail, I guess. Hey, be careful. I went into my 10-week appointment, and the baby stopped growing in the 7-week time. Oh, thank you. And so then I had to, it stopped growing, of course, and there was no heartbeat. And so I had to, they gave me options, and there was like this pill that you could take to have a miscarriage at home. Well, that one kind of turned out bad. I ended up having to go to the emergency room because I was bleeding so much. And then that was a $4,000 freaking bill because my insurance that I had at the time, and because I'm about to start a new one through work with the high deductible. And then I went back a couple days later to my doctor to see if it was all out. Not all out. Ended up having to do a DNC surgery. And then, so that it was kind of a traumatic experience overall, but that was a $2,000 bill, so $6,000 some change later. Here I am. So I had limitations, couldn't lift over 10 pounds for 2 weeks. I'm finally done with that. I can lift Claire again. She was so excited. I was able to pick her up, and she was like, "Mommy, all better." But it was a traumatic experience. It was emotional and stuff, but I'm doing much better. I can talk about it and not cry. But there's certain things that bring up the emotions, and then I'll get teary-eyed or cry or get upset and stuff. But it was emotional almost 3 weeks now. So, but back on track. The news is that we've been in the process of trying to sell our house to buy a house within the same neighborhood, actually, but it's bigger. Has Claire's toys. It's bigger. It has a pool and just more space, and it's updated. And they're gonna leave some of their nice furniture and appliances as well. So we're really excited for this move. We just have to sell our house, and the annoying part is having to leave the house whenever somebody wants to come, because we have to take the dogs with us, which I'm gonna have to do soon today. Keep looking at the clock to make sure. We'll leave in a half hour-ish. I have 2 people coming today. We've had one offer, but we don't know if we're gonna take it yet. We kind of wanted some more people to come in. So that's what's been going on. So it's just been a crazy few months. There's been, of course, good and some bad. So anyways, we'll talk about the books I've recently read from that time to now, and it's seriously not that many. I used to read 3 to 4 books in a month, and now it's just been I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books here within these last few months. So 3, 2, 1. So the first one I want to talk about that I read after that June wrap up was No Exit. I gave that a 4-star. It's a thriller. It's kind of like an isolated thriller where she's stuck at a rest stop, and there's just crazy shit going down there. I don't want to ruin too much, but basically she sees a girl in a van outside, and she starts trying to see. There's only a few people inside the rest stop, and she has to figure out who did that and why, and try to save. And it's this whole freaking crazy thriller. 4-star for me. The next one was The Sweetness of Water, which I read for a book club that I'm not in anymore because I started a job. But this is a historical fiction taking place right after the Civil War, and the slaves are freed, and it kind of has different perspectives of these 2 brothers that were slaves and they're freed, and they end up staying in the forest of a land of this white man and white woman couple, and they have a son who was in the Civil War, but they get news that he's dead, and I don't want to ruin too much, but there is some like there's like a gay couple, but yeah, so it's just like this whole story, and the beginning was slow, the middle was so good, and then the ending just went like downhill to me. And so what did I give this? A 3-star. It was just like whatever for me. The middle was just like the best part. But it was an Oprah Winfrey pick too, so I mean the writing was nice. I think it's a debut novel from a guy who is from Austin. Yeah, Nathan Harris from Austin, so that was cool to read. And then I read Fangs, which is a like short little like comic type thing, and you can read this in like 10 minutes, but it's so funny and cute, and it just like makes you you're smiling while you're reading it and just laughing. And I gave that one a 4-star. And then I listened to the audiobook called The Nothing Man, and it's the same writer of that lady who is it like 59 Days or something like that, about like quarantine, and that one's a thriller too. And this one is a thriller as well. And Claire, you're changing the pages, and I need to read this. I gave The Nothing Man a 3.5 star. It was really, it intrigued me throughout the whole thing. The ending kind of like fell to me, or I just wanted a bang, and it was kind of just like steady whatever, which isn't bad. Some people like that stuff. I just wanted something more like bang, like, you know, which there was a lot of twists and turns in it as well. And then the narration was pretty good. There was a narrator for the bad guy, and then the main girl, female one, and it's basically about it follows the man who actually is the serial killer, and it follows the girl who survived, who's the only survivor of his killings, and she writes a book, and he's reading this book, and it's just, it kind of gets crazy. And I listened to the audiobook of Just One Look. I saw Gabby from Gabby Reads really love this. I gave it a 2-star. I did not like it. I didn't like the narration. I didn't care. I wanted to know what was going on. I kept listening to it. Plus it was on Audible, and I didn't want to waste my money. And it just wasn't for me. It was predictable, and there was no like special twists or anything. I was kind of disappointed. Then I read The Hating Game. It took me a while to physically read this, obviously. It's hard to read now with a job and stuff. And this one was super cute, very hot and steamy, a lot of sexual tension, a lot of banter. And I gave it a 4-star. If it wasn't for, like, I just wanted them to get it on already. Like, it was frustrating. I just get it on. Yeah, you read it? Look at the pictures. Whoa. Yeah, if it wasn't for that, I would, like, it was just so frustrating. I just wanted them to, like, there was so much sexual tension. I wanted them to do it. But it was so much fun to read. A really cute read, and I can't wait to watch the movie for this. And then I listened to the audiobook of My Best Friend's Exorcism, which I also heard is being made into a movie or show or something. I gave that a 3-star. The narration was great. The story was like very interesting. I really wanted to know what was going to happen, but it just wasn't like a favorite for me. It wasn't something that like was hard hitting for me or anything. It was just kind of like, whatever. It was fun, you know. And so, yeah, I gave that a 3 stars. So there's no 5-star. But probably the closest 5-star would be The Hating Game. Oh, honey, don't rip it. Let's put this back on. She's taking off the freaking dust jackets over here. She loves doing that. Oh, this is a pretty orange. Is that orange? Yes, so those are the books. And then right now I'm listening to the audiobook for Razorblade Tears, which is going good so far. It's a book of the month pick. I don't have book of the month, but Gabby suggested it, and I've been listening to audiobook. Great narrator, fast-paced, like a movie kind of thing. And that one is about these two fathers, one black, one white, and their sons were gay and were in a relationship together, and they were murdered. And so it's them trying to figure out because they're both like ex-cons, and they don't trust police, and a lot of people in the neighborhood don't trust police, so they're doing their own investigation. And it's violent and it's awesome, and get that revenge, And then I'm physically reading Shorefall, which I have it in my bag, actually. I was taking it to work on the weekends. It's kind of slow at work, so I read like 20 pages of it yesterday. Yeah, it's the second book to the Foundry Side series. I forgot what honey, you're gonna break this. It's the second book in the Foundry Side series, and the Foundry Side's been my favorite book so far this year. It's either that or Finlay Donovan is killing it, but I love them both. And Foundry Side was just something that like made me so happy, and a great fantasy story. And now I'm reading the second one, and it kind of took a little bit to get to where it's going, but right now it's at a part where it's like, what the fuck? And I'm only like almost 100 pages, like 90 something pages in there. Wow. And so it's 500 page book, so I still have a while, but now it's like there's something crazy happening in that book. So it's going to be a little bit until I get those finished. I'll probably finish, of course, Razorblade Tears first. So. Oh yeah, you tell them. So anyways, thank you for listening to my rant or talk or whatever the hell all this was. And let me know if you read any of these books, or if you're planning on reading it. And thank you for watching. It's been a while. Bye. You want to say bye, Claire?
Bye.
Bye.